Hi all, welcome to my channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Today we're going to be doing the next 6, you heard me right, 6 stages of the Hachette Partworks release and build the Batman Tumbler. I'm holding 3 stages here, I can't hold them all. There's another 3 on the floor here. Let me just show you what we've been working on previously. We've actually done the cowl for the front of the car with the windscreen wipers on. As you can see, in the very first pack, we created the front section there. And we have been working on the wheels and wishbone arm there. And we got the steering rod in there. And then on the other side here, as you can see, we've already attached a wheel to this firewall here. Pretty impressive what we've done so far, isn't it? Now, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link down here in the video description. You can get this all the way from pack 1. Now, going forward, every 6 weeks, we're going to be getting 6 parts. There's going to be quite a lot going on in this video today. I haven't actually opened these packs, as you can see, so I don't know what we're doing. So I think we'll get cracking on it. So that's what we'll do. Let's get cracking. So let's have a look what we're doing today then. Stage 11, this is the magazine here. I'll just flick through that so you can see everything that entails. And we're going to be doing the shock absorber rods and the left steering bar. So this is what all of that's looking like. We're going to be attaching this to that firewall here. And by the look of it, we are almost ready, as you can see, to put the wheel on the car. Everything we need comes in these nice little boxes here. So let's get this open. And the first thing we need are these shock absorber rods here. And we also need the rod support looking like this. Having it this way round, going to be putting these shock absorber rods on each side. So one this side and one this side. They're going to be held in with some screws. So these are flange screws, as you can see. So let's get these in. Just like that there. So that's in one side. And just do the same on the other side. I've dropped this in some oil because it is going into metal. We're then going to be taking this section here. As you can see, we've got a little locating lug on that. That's on the left side. So I want this to be facing this way round with this large bit at the bottom here pushed up against that side just there. Bring over the wishbone arm that we've been working on previously. And then this whole section here is going to go in between this. Kind of like that. Getting it all lined up. And then we're putting this pin all the way through all of those parts. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Coming out the other side, just like that there. And as you can see, that's now holding that into place. Now that's through like that, we want to take this bracket here. This has got a D-shaped pattern, so it's going to follow the pattern on there. And then once again, a screw is going to hold all of this into place. Put that in a bit of oil. And I'll get this screwed in. Now we're going to be attaching this to the bulkhead that we did before. So these 2 brackets here are going to line up perfectly with what we got in here. So this is going to go in. Just like that. And they're held in from the other side with AM screws. So, get these in. We've got 2 for each bracket here. That's the left-hand side one now fully in. And I've just got one more screw here. Bit of oil. Just to put the right-hand side bracket in as well. Perfect. Now we've got this shock absorber rod here. Looking like this. That's going to be going onto this first clip just here. It's going to keep it in place. Hopefully you can see that on the top camera. You might be able to see it on the side camera there. I'm going to hold that in with an RP screw. Again, this is a flange screw. Get that in nice and tight. Excellent. Again, still working on this side. We have, let's try and move this tyre out of the way. Still working on this side here. Hopefully if you can see that. I've put the tyre out of the way. We've got this clip here, which is just going to go on the one next to it, just like that. Again, that's held in with an RP screw. And when that's in, the other side of this is just going to be connecting to the bar underneath here And that's held in with a UP screw just through this side. And perfect, that's all the way through. The last thing to do is then to take the rest of this steering arm here, bring it in from the back, just through the hole here, and put this over the universal joint, probably best on the top camera there. Get that lined up. And that's going to be held in with AP screws each side. Got them here. So that's one. I haven't put them in too tight yet because I need to get that other side in as well. I can get to the other side just by turning this upside down. And there you go. That is what that's looking at the time. And you can control the steering, as you can see, individually on tyres here, which is quite funny. Excellent. In stage 12 here, this is the magazine. It's a little bit bent. I'll have to try and turn the pages without it capsizing on itself. So that looks like this. And as you can see here, we are going to be doing the dashboard now. The outer and inner central panels looking like this. Quite a quick stage, this one. We've got some adhesive tape to put in by the look of it. So at the end, it's going to look like that. So this is what that dashboard is looking like. And in this little brown envelope, I've got all the other details for it. And I'm guessing the first thing we're going to need are these adhesive stickers here. Like this. Turning over the fascia, you can see two L-shaped little indents for this to go. Let's try and get this adhesive off the back. You know what? This is a nightmare to get off. I'm not even going to bother with that. I'm going to use glue. I'm just going to drop some glue, tiny amounts, just into the three corners here. I'm not mucking around with those bits of sticky thing. It might fall off as well, which I really don't want to happen. So now I've got the glue on this side. I'm just going to turn this over the top and put these parts in like that. And that's going to hold no problems at all. Why we couldn't just do that? Why do we have to muck around with these bits of... I don't know. But that is all there is to do in that stage. Leads us swiftly on to stage 13. Again, I will show you the magazines for this. Looking just like this here. And again, we've got some dashboard console and left and right instrument panels. So we're going to be putting them in. Look, we've got some more of this adhesive. I don't like using adhesive. I don't think I'm going to be using the adhesive on it. I am going to use glue and put these into place. I don't want them falling off. So I don't know why we would be doing that. But there we go. That's what we're doing in this stage. We don't actually need this part. We still need the part we've been working on here. Turning this around, you can see where these are going to go. These just follow the mould in the pattern here. So this one's going to go this side. This one's going to go this side. So once again, I will just drop some glue. As you notice, I'm not even putting it on with my dabber. I'm just putting the tiniest dots. Just enough to hold this in. Perfect. Get these in. One this side. And one the other side. So now that is looking like that. We do want to put the middle one in that we created. That's going to be going into the indent at the top here. Just like that. It's actually held in. They want sticky pads from the bottom there. You know what I'm going to say. I'm not doing that. Again, just going to put some tiny glue dots in here. That'll be enough to hold it. And put this into place like that. Hold it for a second. You can use these. If you've got no glue, then yeah, by all means use these. Well, I'm not doing it. I don't want these things falling out. But there you go. That's all there is to do in that stage. So stage 14 here. Let's just have a look what we got. Now this is just one big section. I'm guessing this is the floor pan. As you can see, it is the floor to the cockpit here. We're just going to be creating the dash that we've just done. Putting that on the board. And I think that's all we're doing in this stage. So we've got some CP screws for this one. Just going to get that out. And as you can see, we do have some indents in here with some designs on. We're actually going to be putting the dashboard we created. As you can see, we've got 3 holes here, just into these 3 lug holes here. So this is going to go in like that. It's going to be held in from the other side with the CP screws. I've only put them in very loosely at the moment, just while I line all of these up. That's the second one. And that's the third one. And then just make this nice and tight. And that's what that looks like when that's in. That's all there is to do in that stage. If you were getting yours from the newsagents, then those stages weren't very long, were they? Very quick to do. But this is now stage... What stage is this one? We're on stage 15 now. We're going to be doing the head-up display components. So we've got lots of little tiny details here, but I reckon we're going to put these together quite quickly. So by the end, it's looking like that. These come in a tiny box like this. Get all this out. This time, the screws are actually in a brown bag. So first thing we want is this HUD support here with the bracket at the bottom is just going to go onto this eyelet that you can just see there. So this is going to go on like this. It's held in with one of these UP screws. So let's get this in. And get this screw just to go through the whole thing and out the other side like that. Perfect. We've got ferrules. These are called ferrules. They're going to go in the sides here. So one in this side, just like that. That looks like that there. And we've got one to put in the other side here. They do hold themselves quite tightly. I'm not going to need to glue those in. Now I'm going to take the HUD base and we've got these supports to put on. This one's going to go this side. This one's going to go this side here. So it's just a case of clipping these into position. So one this side, done. One the other side. I want that click. There we go. That's done. Then I've got a bracket that's going to go between them. So this has got lugs on. Small lugs at the bottom, big lugs at the top. So let's get this in. It's actually the other way around. Big lugs at the top, small lugs at the bottom. So that's in one side. Get it in the other side as well. Perfect. And as you can see, that's in place like that. And at the bottom, you can see we've got 3 lugs here, which is going to go on the bottom of what we've just created there. So it can only go one way round. Get these lined up. Push them in. And there we go. That's now looking like that. We do have this part here left over, but that is all there is to do in that stage. So we are whizzing through these. This is the last stage of this pack, stage 16. Again, here's the magazine. And I don't know what we're doing. It looks like we're doing the 2 supporting arms for the heads-up displays. We've just got some supports to put in. They look just like this. So at the end, it's going to look like that there. So the first thing we've got, this is the brackets here. We've got a fascia to put on each side here. There is 3 lugs on this side. They're just going to press into the holes here. So it's going to basically block up that gap that we can see in the middle there. It does hold itself in, no problems. We do that on both sides. So we've got another one here as well. Do the same thing. Push that in. So bringing over the HUD display here, we're going to put the left bracket in first. That's going to go in this side just here. That's held in with a CP screw, which I've got here. Get that screwed in just through this side. Now, before we do the same for the right-hand side one, which is going to go over here, I'm just going to put this bracket in. As you can see, it's got square little lugs on there, which are going to go in that point just there on that side. I'm going to take this piece, 16F. That's just going to go in here like this. Should be able to sit upright like that. And now you can see how this bracket's going to go on. It's going to go on like this over both sections. And it should fit nice and comfy in there. All I'm going to do is put a CP screw in. I've actually just got one here already lined up, so I'll get that screwed in. And then at this point here, we've got a DP screw. Get this open. These are flange screws, this one. And I'll put this in this side here. Then I can flip this over and just put a DP screw in on the other side. Just like that. And that is all there is to do in that stage. That's all there is to do in that pack. We do have this other little bracket left over. So there is two parts left over from the this pack. This long one and this short square one here. In the whole scheme of things, 6 stages. After the first stage there wasn't really much to do. But I mean, we have created this section here. And as you see, this section's really heavy. But we've also created this section here as well. It's looking good, isn't it? Now, once again, if you want to get this for yourself, I have put a link down here to the Hachette Partworks website. You can get this all the way from pack 1. But I really hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.